Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth looking at about 45 for the high once we get to it today, and cloudy tomorrow about 47 and some more sunshine. November 19th, 2025, it is CMA night on ABC from Nashville. A little bit of a preview. Lainey Wilson is hosting. This is the first time a solo host, or definitely a solo female host, in a long, long time. Probably since Reba, I think, if I got that right. Lainey, of course, big enough to pull this off, and she's got the personality. She definitely has hit another level, without a doubt. I always, when I talk about country music stars, and we get to the topic of females, I will always say Lainey Wilson is that new top of the heap, like, superstar. You know, she has taken over as the award winner and the one people go to where, you know, it used to be Reba and Carrie and Miranda and that type of thing. Lainey is number one with that. Now, I also discuss how the biggest ticket seller in country music, female-wise, is Megan Maroney. So there is a little bit of a difference, right? Lainey is that pure country star. She's got the hat and the whole thing and, you know, the sound, and yeah. She is like the new Reba. Megan Maroney will sell more concert tickets than any other female in country music for the next decade, at least. She is just absolutely on fire, and I'm sure a big tour going into 2026. On the men's side, and of course we're talking about Lainey and females because she's hosting. On the men's side, obviously continues to be Morgan Wallen and Luke Combs, and those guys. Stapleton will always be a mainstay on these types of programs, but tonight with the Entertainer of the Year category, we will see how it goes. I do know that Stapleton goes up against Cody Johnson, Luke Combs, I believe Morgan Wallen's in there, and I also think Lainey as well is up for Entertainer of the Year. Got a lot of different performances. Of course, there's going to be a ton of performances tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing Steven Wilson Jr. He was one of the guys who opened for Hardy at Madison Square Garden. He's like a wild character. Supposedly, he's doing a cover of Stand By Me tonight, and hopefully he rocks it up a little bit because he's an animal on stage. Will be interesting. Everybody's, you know, presenting, performing. Going to be an interesting night. We'll recap tomorrow for sure. So, a new way to buy vehicles. Amazon now selling used cars through their website. That's right. They've partnered with Ford to sell certified pre-owned vehicles online. Now, doesn't say here. I don't know that this means they can only sell Fords. There might be other types of vehicles. Ford just seems to be like the hub for this, but and they kind of set up this whole thing where you can browse inventory, work out financing, and complete the purchase with Amazon. Now, they're not just going to drive it over or ship it over to your front door in 2 days. That's not how it's going to work right now. Anyway, there's no Amazon truck isn't going to pull up, open up, and all of a sudden your car comes out the back. No. You will have to pick up at a dealer nearby for the time being until I guess this thing really takes off and they're trying to reshape the car buying experience. We'll see. Listen, for me, I have to see it to believe it. You know, when you go get anything, like I don't care if it's a pair of sneakers. I cannot order a pair of sneakers online. I got to go. You got to put them on. Like old school, when like you're 8 years old, you got to, you know, walk the aisles, right? You got to feel where the toe is and walk down the aisle, right? There's certain things you need to go try out. And I think that includes going and sitting in a car and test driving it and all of those different things. But I'm sure there are plenty of people who will take advantage of being able to purchase a car online. We shall see. To me, still one of those things that you need to just go do in person. And yeah. All right. And last one for you. Your next pet could be, get this, a raccoon. All right, hold on. Take it with a grain of salt for a second. A study from the University of Arkansas, their Department of Biology, found that raccoons are physically changing in response to their interactions with humans. And by physically changing, they mean their faces are evolving to look cuter. It's not like they have less diseases or they're dumpster diving any less. But one biologist says once wild animals start spending time in the proximity of people, they become a little less afraid, perhaps even start showing physical signs of domestication. Raccoons not the only ones this is happening to, according to this biology department at University of Arkansas. Foxes and mice living in urban areas have softer facial features, literally making themselves cuter to be loved more by humans. People will warn you in this article, do not go out and try to make a raccoon or a fox your next great pet. It's even illegal. In some areas, they may look cute, but they are quite destructive and need a lot of space and wilderness and all that stuff. But anyway, there is a medical thing going on. There is actually like a biological thing happening with these animals, though, where they are being a little bit cuter and more domesticated, apparently. All right, plenty more to do. Your Bald and the Beautiful Entertainment up at about 8:12. National Day's Good News Stories late 8 o'clock hour. We'll be at about 45 once we hit the high today with some clouds. Tomorrow about 47, a little more sunshine. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.